Introduce yourselves, you dumb fucks. Do you forget how to play?
I mean, Rick's right. DM goes last.
We haven't done this in a while.
Hi, I'm John Hartness, and I have no idea where the fuck I go in initiative. I am the founder and publisher of Falstaff Books, and I'm the author of multiple series, including The Black Knight Chronicles, Bubba the Monster Hunter, and Quincy Harker Demon Hunter. And for this bullshit, I will be playing Alphonse Lightbringer, the surly monk. I hate everyone.
Hi, I'm Joseph Rassi. I will be playing the role of Cal Hashwood, Stoned Paladin. I was an author on the Mongoliad books. My novels Skyfarer and Dragon Road are being re-released this year from Falstaff Books. And I am the author of such non-existent titles as Where Are My Pants? They Are Gone. Oh look, there are my balls.
For the record, Joe's also currently not wearing pants.
Hi, everybody. I am Drew Hayes, author of books such as Superpowered, Fred the Vampire Accountant, and the Villains Code series, the latest of which, Villains Vignettes, is coming out in audiobook this month, and also the author of such randomly ridiculous short stories as The Case of Who Shit My Pants, just in case anybody remembers where 5 Minute Sherlock started out. In this game, I shall be playing a Warforged sorcerer who may or may not be a sociopath. Is this the game where we find out?
He may also be my deity, I'm not sure.
He is.
Yeah, just ask him.
Hello, friends. My name's Robert Bevan. I play the role of Joseph the Sorcerer. Oh my. In real life, I write the Caverns and Creatures series of comedy, fantasy novels, and short stories, starting with the first book, Critical Failures, and many of the Shingles titles. Go get 'em.
Hi there, my name's Steve Weverill, and I play Stan Dandyliver, professional folk hero and current denizen of the Hall of Flesh, unfortunately. And in real life, I write such books as Brandon Firemaster and the Dude Cruise. Go check that out.
Hey everyone, my name is Rick Gualtieri.
Woo!
And I am the last book on Matt Dinneman's table, and no, you can't buy it. In real life, does it really matter?
Nope.
I'm not there, and I'm just hoping the internet stays up.
We all are.
All right. Well, perhaps a quick recap before we dive right into things. When last we met our intrepid adventurers, they had battled Jorcerer's family.
It was a sticky situation.
Crunk the monk.
As have I
Ryder
my
the
whole
fighter,
life.
and Gizzard the wizard. Our party prevailed, and in prevailing, they inherited the keep of Jorcerer's uncle, Munkle, thus becoming barons of the lands that he held. However, our party did not come out entirely unscathed. Alphonse ended up with a box turtle familiar named Mel.
He is my friend.
Stan turned into a massive hill giant, although in the 3 months that have passed since then, his condition has improved a little bit. Now he's only a 7-foot-tall brute. And something may have happened to a certain metal character whose name I can't remember. So 3 months have passed, giving you all a chance to familiarize yourself not only with the Hall of Flesh, but the lands that now you kind of lord over. The Hall of Flesh itself is run by a small group of automatons, sort of pseudo-flesh golems with, oddly enough, a disturbing amount of holes drilled into them. And they are led by a flesh golem named Johnson.
This feels a lot like if Jorcerer's family built Metallica Zamanu family. Except it'd be more like Metallica Zam.
Oh, see, that's... Oh.
Oh dear.
Well, see,
Just
that's
saying.
not all. There is in the surrounding lands that fall underneath your jurisdiction, there is a small village that well pays a tithe to you, and that village is called Knob's End. Now, Knob's End has one export that keeps the village from diving into poverty.
Pornography.
Or that. They harvest a local plant called rodroot, and by mixing that plant with boiled goblin intestines, they create a viscous, slippery jelly called knobgob, which is a popular export to the kingdom of Zamel, as the kingdom uses that to lubricate their ballistas, their catapults, their siege weapons, as well as other unspoken duties.
He said duty.
Now, Munkle also had a few other dictates with regards to this town. In addition to paying him a small percentage of each of the sale of Knobgob, there were a couple of tithes owed to him. One, the first barrel of any new batch of Knobgob, which makes perfect sense. And by the way, when you explored the keep and went downstairs, you discovered a wine cellar that wasn't full of wine. Munkle also had established prima nocta for all newlyweds, meaning he was given right of first night with all married couples. But in addition to that, he also had a ritual called carodolium, in which all boys and girls, upon the onset of puberty, were to present themselves at the Hall of Flesh to spend one night in the barrel of adult responsibility, which, oddly enough, is the same barrel of naughtiness that Jorsa remembers using as a child.
So the first thing we're doing is abolishing all of that.
We killed that guy, right? Just to clarify.
Yes, he is very dead.
Okay,
I have
good,
a question.
Can we kill him again?
For 3 long months has Jorser spilled his seed upon this land. Have I not any children?
Well, let me go down the list, because whether or not you have done away with all of these traditions, it's kind of, I guess, an individual thing, since you all rule with equal authority. So
I kind of want to keep
if
the
you
barrel
all
of
chose
naughtiness, but just for grown-ups.
the barrel of adult responsibility.
We should rename that barrel at
All that
least.
shit about children and like first night with married couples, nah, that's going out the window.
But
Fair enough.
But can we keep the barrel just for like us, for grown-ups?
Of course you can.
Yeah, you
your
certainly
barrel.
can.
I'm not using it.
Well, I wasn't necessarily inviting you. I'm not saying I wasn't, but
Cal has spent a good amount of the intervening time taking the golems with the holes in them and trying to turn them into bongs.
you keep trying to smoke the wrong pipe, bud.
The fumes of bubbling semen.
I mean, past a certain point, it's all wizard juice.
After 3 months, the Hall of Flesh has some interesting odors wafting through it. However,
Yeah.
now that 3 months since Ice Day have passed, the snows have cleared, the village has begun their harvest, and at one point, Johnson informs you that the yearly festival known as the Nobbening is about to happen. And the Nobbening involves the very first batch of Knobgob, and yes, the lords of Knobgob, or I'm sorry, Knob's End, are expected to make a visit and give their blessing.
Oh.
Can we get a definition on blessing? I mean, do we just need to wave our hand over someone's nobbing, or
If I pull my dick out and it sees its shadow,
Then
well,
we
then
all
that
run
would be
away.
a miracle and defying all genetics.
Johnson informs you Like, my lords, there is no need to fear. The Nobbening, you merely show up and nod your approval, and then take your barrel home with you.
What are we approving of?
Who cares? We're getting a barrel of whatever.
This stuff.
I have to say, I've gone right off barrels in general.
That's not what you said last night.
I'm pretty sure it was, my friend.
I couldn't hear you over the ball gag.
If there is something insidious in nature, better to discover it now than be surprised.
Oh, there was plenty insidious as you learned. The keep itself is there's a lot of open space there, and there's plenty of normal living areas. Bedrooms, living
Eric.
space, a kitchen. What?
Is anything normal here, really? Is it all slightly sticky?
Well, it's funny you should ask, because
Oh, no.
at let's just say the very tip of the Hall of Flesh, if anybody wants to scroll up, there is an observatory there. And there's a spyglass that
God fucking damn it.
There's an observatory with a spyglass that seems to be permanently welded in place, and upon looking through it, you notice that it is permanently fixated on the town's hot spring, where everybody
Alright,
bathes.
so we're taking this apart.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Yes.
Well, can I at least install a step ladder first for a minute or two?
It'll be a stepladder to nothing.
And let me just point out, when I say everybody, I mean everybody bathes there.
Oh, never mind.
On the plus side, this has the potential to make an excellent bong.
I mean, yeah, if we take it down, I could float forever.
Such is the Hall of Flesh, which of course is now all of yours. So that said, Johnson would like to know. It's like if the town can count on you to appear at the Nobbening.
We will nobbin the shit out of them. Yes, we're there.
Excellent, masters.
Oh.
For to miss it would be a grave insult to the people.
Oh, wait. If we skip it, then it's an insult? I might be down for that.
Disaster seems more likely in our absence. Thus,
We stay home.
Not like disaster.
This is the culture of my people. I shall knob.
I shall immediately begin drawing a for sale sign to hang on the Hall of Flesh, because this is the culture of Jorcer's people, and I've seen what's under that robe.
Johnson also adds, like, since you have done away with some of the beloved traditions that Jorcer's uncle, Munkle, had established,
You really like
there's
saying
been
that
there's
one, huh?
fuck yeah. The town has been there's been rumbles from the town, so perhaps it would be best to make an appearance and offer your blessing in this simple ritual of simple humans.
It's never simple.
Well, not to jinx it, but maybe if we show up, bless the perverts, return immediately home, we'll all get through this day without any psychological scars.
Too late. I just learned that this town makes lube in barrels. I fit in a barrel.
I wanted to be a folk hero, not an urban legend.
Stan used to fit in a barrel, but not anymore.
Yeah. You're very tall now, bro.
Yes, it is rather disconcerting. You remain rather
Now,
short.
in the 3 months that have passed, you have learned that there is still a bounty reward out for your heads back in Brine Moss. However, because of the importance of the export of Knob Gob and your new your new status as sub-barons. At the moment, there seems to be kind of a minor ceasefire, or a temporary ceasefire in that.
I got a very uncomfortable question. Are our overlords Dom Barons?
I mean, we are the ones with the barrel of naughtiness, so probably.
We're the ones with barrels of lube.
Yeah,
You are now.
Yeah.
All right, so put on your leathers and let's get ready to get some knobbing in.
My knob is ready.
The trip to Knobs End is relatively benign. It's only a couple miles away. You can do that relatively easy on horseback. And as you approach the small village, you see that there is a festive spirit. People are drinking, laughing. The mood is good.
Ah, it's a town. Yay. We're in a
Alright,
town.
this
And
looks
you-
fairly normal.
And you are all brought to the town square amidst many cheers from the town goers. You're handed full pitchers of mead, to join in the celebration. And you are met in the town center by the mayor of Knobs End, Lectus Quipperwill. And in front of him is a 20-foot wide platform, atop which there is a very large, over 10 feet in diameter, burning cauldron, or bubbling cauldron. And there's also the raised platform is covered in dried blood stains, and there are piles of discarded bones there.
I don't like this.
However, Lectus is quite happy to see you, and he's like, well, welcome. He looks at all of you, looks as if he's trying to remember your names. Welcome, Munkle's replacements.
I'm okay with that.
Hello, hollow and fragile official. These bones, generally, in my travels, big pile of bones, not really a great thing. Is this just some kind of overdone stew, or are we looking at an atrocity?
Yeah, I got the same question, and I'm gonna have to start breaking shit if it is.
I don't care.
I will say
it's
up
merely good
front,
luck.
we've had enough atrocities for a while.
And that was just Jorcerer at breakfast.
Allow me to explain, my friends. This is merely part of tradition. The bones of last year's goblins that were used in the preparation of Knobgob are brought out as a good luck omen as we prepare to make the first batch of the season.
Good luck for whom? Probably not the goblins, I imagine.
Well,
Whoever's making
of course
the
not.
job.
They're goblins.
Don't like that.
So how big is a goblin skull in comparison to both a halfling skull and a box turtle?
That's a very strange question, my friend.
Yeah.
In this
Okay,
group,
so a
that's
goblin. So a goblin would be about your size, Alphonse. A box turtle is considerably smaller.
All right. Mr. Mayor, can I have a skull?
He turns to the townsfolk. One of the barons wishes for a skull, and they all cheer. A great blessing. And he gingerly grabs a small goblin skull and he hands it over to you.
Awesome. This is going to be my conveyance for Mel. It's secondary armor for my turtle. So I'm going to carefully begin. I want to carefully begin deconstructing the platform that I had built on my left shoulder to carry Mel, and affix the goblin skull to it with a large hole in the back and a small hole in the top so he can stick his little turtle head up.
He's a turtle, not a hermit crab.
Turbot crab.
I'm not the fucking ranger.
Eh?
I'm a
I'll
monk.
say
I
that,
live in quiet contemplation and knock the shit out of things.
So, how were these bones acquired? Like, y'all harvest goblins that are already dead, I'm assuming?
Are they volunteer
hoping.
goblins? Or?
What's going on here?
Say yes, Lord Mayor.
They're goblins. They're vermin.
That,
All right, I'm running this fucker through.
Oh, friend, you answered
wait,
incorrectly.
Are we playing the version of D&D where goblins are like sentient or where they're like wild animals?
Yeah, that's a good question to answer.
Because this is like a boar situation. Or is that a knowledge roll? Can I roll to know if goblins
I'd say
are sentient?
that's a knowledge roll.
Thank you.
Okay.
What sort of knowledge?
Let's say knowledge nature.
Knowledge nature. Okie dokie.
We're learning things today.
oh yeah, do I have to roll anything to make a wagon for my turtle?
Give me a survival roll,
No idea
but
what
the
you'd
DC
roll,
is
man.
pretty easy.
I could probably get help from the local craftsmen. They love me now.
Well, most of the local craftsmen are drunk right now.
It
that
is a holiday.
doesn't mean they're not better at this than me still.
Well, it's not too difficult because plenty of the bones have have kind of pre-drilled holes in them already.
That's
And there's
okay.
the eye
I
sockets
rolled a
are
nat
pretty big.
20 to make my
Oh, yeah.
turtle bucket.
Really not loving this.
It looks really cool. This
Make
goblin
comments.
skull on your shoulder with a turtle head sticking out of it. Now, Metallicazam.
Got a 15
You-
nature check.
Yes.
Are
This is not too
goblins
difficult.
people?
Goblins are pretty common. You are aware that they are small humanoids. They're typically at odds with what are considered the more civilized races. They're generally considered evil, but they are intelligent.
Gotcha. So were these goblins slain in perhaps attempting to conquer your lands, kidnap your animals, attack your peoples, and thus qualify under self-defense?
Yes, does this industrialization mass slaughter, is it self-defense?
Cal is barely
Also,
holding himself
what,
back at
what
this
do
point.
they taste like?
I heard chicken.
The mayor looks at you in disgust, Sorcerer. He's like, "We don't eat them. We simply boil their innards and use them as ingredients."
Well, what about their outwards? That seems wasteful. I mean, I am recycling here. Reduce, reuse, recycle, reanimate.
So,
I heard that from a French chick once.
So again, the question, was this like self-defense? Were they trying to raid your village? What's going on?
He's like, well, my lords, you understand that goblin bandits are not unheard of. In addition, the kingdom itself usually sanctions hunts to drive them out of the woods and such. I mean, there really is no such thing as a harmless goblin.
Oh, I beg to differ. And I point at my shoulder again.
All right, I'm less concerned with the goblins and more concerned. What is our goal for the nobbening? What do we need to do?
Well,
Yeah, who do we need to nobbin?
he's like, I'm glad you asked. He snaps his fingers, looking rather glad that you asked that, as Cal was starting to make him a little bit nervous.
Let's just put a pin in this whole murder thing for a minute.
I don't like
Now,
pins in murder.
That's a large
Now
pin.
let me just add. In addition to the townsfolk, there are guards there, and each of the there's at least 3 guards around the pedestal, and there are 6 guards surrounding the place, each manning a light catapult.
So,
I'm just
That does
letting you
not
know.
answer my question. They seemed very pleased for me to have asked.
being dramatically unarmed has never stopped us from doing something egregiously stupid.
Oh, I'm definitely armed.
Yeah. He snaps his fingers, and a lineup of townsfolk and townschildren start approaching the cauldron, and they start putting in armfuls of which you can assume are the harvested versions or portions of rod root, because it's all the same. It looks like plant matter. They're just tossing it in, letting it boil.
So
And
you're
thus
making...
begins the first part of the nobbiting.
I have
don't
to
like
ask.
the idea of what the second part is.
Have you
Maybe it is
considered
more
a
plants.
vegan alternative to the second part of the nobbiting?
Have you considered the wonders of a plant-based diet?
Have you considered not mass murdering? Maybe?
Well, let's
Look-
see.
Look, is mass
Rod
murder
root itself
always
is
off the
not
table?
edible.
Yes.
In fact, the only things that eat rod root are some of the local monsters that hide in the woods. In fact, they're quite fond of it. But that's why we try to cultivate it as much as possible near the village. But as far as humans go, it's inedible.
They are quite fond of this root that you are cooking in large abundance. Is the scent something we should be concerned with?
Not at all. This is why we have security, my lords.
Of course.
So that's a yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're not saying intimate monster raid won't happen. You're just saying you think you're prepared for it.
Indeed. But
lovely.
don't let that worry you. Drink, make merry, because it is almost time for the second part of the nobbining.
Before we get on with the second part of the nobbining, I just have a point of order on this whole my lords thing. As such,
Yes, my lord.
if there is an imminent monster attack, is saving your ass part of our whole job? Or can we just let you die?
He once again looks nervous. He's like, well, I would hope, as I am under your protection, my lord, and I am a humble public servant, that yes, of course you would save me and not and not callously leave me to die as
You left the
a
goblin?
terrible ruler likely would.
You are making a lot of
Cal.
assumptions
They
today,
did
my
not
friend.
leave the goblins to die.
No, that's true.
This man has never met me. Okay, got it. Now I know how we're all looking at this situation. You may proceed with the Ben part of the knob-bending.
All
I have
right.
a bad
Well,
feeling about this.
I have
he
many.
pulls a whistle from on a chain from beneath his shirt, and he blows on it. It makes a shrill sound that carries far, and the town starts cheering.
I hate it when public officials speak in dog whistles.
Cal, for the record, Cal is just kind of casually, slowly inching closer to the guy.
All right,
Metallicazam would like to cast Mage Armor. Because he sees where this is going.
Yeah.
The guards that are around the brazier, they kind of do notice, and a few of them look and they're like, "It's okay, my lords, we have this under control. No need to be nervous." As the crowd continues to cheer, and from the north, if anybody wants to scroll, you see four guards leading a group of goblins
Oh hell no!
that are all in chains and such. And you notice, interestingly enough, most of the goblins appear to be goblin children, except for one of them.
Okay, Cal is grabbing the mayor and throwing him in the cauldron.
And that's why I cast Mage Armor.
Is that a strength check?
I'd say that's an attack. That's definitely an attack roll.
Okay.
And I'll say that the mayor's not expecting, because all eyes are towards where they're marching it, as people are pretty much chanting, "Knob, knob, knob."
Oh, this is not going to go well for anybody.
I'm just glad I got my skull early.
That was a smart move. Smart move.
All right, so am I making that with advantage or?
I expect I'll have more selection of skulls
Actually-
in a very short time, but... Ooh, human skulls are much bigger. If one of you dies, can I have your head for Mel? Ooh, Stan, you're really large now. If you die, can I put a turtle in your skull?
My friend, will you please fucking focus? We're about to fight an entire fucking
Is that
town.
just a standard attack roll, or is that
It
with
must be
advantage?
Tuesday.
I'm gonna say it's with advantage if you get. Advantage would be to like pretty much. And I'll say this. So, if you get you can attack and grab him with one action. However, if you get 5 or above his armor class, which is not very good, he's just wearing normal clothes. You can lift him up and toss him with your move action as well.
Cool. All right, let's do this. That is a 15.
He's fucked.
As the mayor is sitting there going, knob, knob. Suddenly he's lifted up and he's like, oh, hey, what's happening? As you throw him into the molten brazier, as his skin immediately starts bubbling from the boiling oils of rod root, and he starts screaming. And at that point, a few of the townspeople kind of turn their heads and notice because they're like, what? They threw the goblins in early, as they see the mayor, and panic breaks out.
The rot root soup isn't vegan anymore.
Stan will clap his hands and say, "Attention, townsfolk. There has been an abrupt change of management."
Also, there is a new schedule for the nobbening.
Jorser the sorcerer likes not how the nobbening is commencing. This is
your family's bullshit.
Yeah, and it's not going like it's supposed to. But Jorser has an idea.
That's terrifying.
I know how to bring the nobbening. I know how to spread the spirit
All right, well,
of the nobbening.
why don't we all get into initiative and see how that goes?
Jorser will mount his steed.
You have a steed?
What?
We did ride horses here.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Well,
We did ride
That's right.
horses.
The tall ones rode horses. I rode a pony.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
With a turtle riding on my shoulder.
Yeah.
Is the true message of the nobbening the friends we made along the way? Is
No.
that no?
The
Okay.
fuck are you talking about?
The true message
I
of the
live in a home.
nobbening is that we're taking these fuckers down.
Why don't you all roll initiative, and then we'll see what happens.
Wait, what?
Metallicazam got a 22.
Alphonse got a 6.
Cal rolls a 15.
Oh, of course he does.
Stan got a 21.
Oh, fuck.
Jorser rolls a natural 1.
Oh, of course he does.
That's fine. Jorser's plan of action is not dependent on his initiative roll.
That's not
All right.
concerning at all.
No,
Jorser's plan of action does not rely on initiative at all. Yeah.
I shall save the nobbening.
I don't know, somehow. Why won't it let me take anybody off this? There's 2 Jorsters, and I can't figure out how to get rid of one.
Oh my.
The infinite Jorser begins.
Oh, fuck. This is great. I love it when other people have issues with Roll20, and it's not just me typing to Judy in the chat, please save me. I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
All right, Metallicazam. Cal has just thrown the mare into the boiling oil, where he is screaming and trying to claw his way out, and obviously on fire. It's your turn. What would you like to do?
Well, Metallicazam can see the way the winds are a-blowing.
This is what we do, man.
Oh yeah, that's why Metallicazam is going to drop a Bless spell, which he will apply to Cal, himself, and oh god, who might actually help us get out of here?
I have a turtle to protect.
Yeah, I don't think Talkin's gonna do it. Alphonse gets the other version of Bless. And then with the move, Metallicazam will very briskly move over to this little area where he's not as easy to hit. Oh wait, hang on. I'm gonna go right there, behind the cart, so I'm not in easy shot line for any of the guards. Literally ducking down behind the cart, to be clear.
Stan,
I'm a squishy spell.
this chaos is erupting in front of you, and yes, the mayor is is screaming as his flesh boils off his bones. What would you like to do?
Well, Drew said the words weren't going to help, but I disagree. I got to cast Vicious Mockery on one of the guards guarding the goblins. Say, hey, you. If you don't fall in line, the only thing you'll be gobbling is these nuts. 14 wisdom save.
The guard gets a 6.
And he takes 4 psychic damage, and I hope I hurt his feelings.
Well, yes, you hurt his feelings quite a bit, considering the mayor was one of his cousins.
I mean, based on the screams, still is.
Quite true. Anything else, Stan?
No, that's all I've got. I think I could just
All right.
drop the mic now.
All right, remember you get a D4 to your attacks, buddy.
Yep. Just making sure.
All right,
I understand.
Cal.
Yep. Okay, hold on a second. I'm just making sure I have everything. Thing happened with my screen.
Go
There we
forth in my name and do good works.
All right, let me just. Okay, I can get to there. Cal is going to move 30 feet to this first guard and attack twice. I got my extra attack this turn, this level. All right, let's do this. That is a 20.
That
All
hits.
bonuses applied. That's the first one. Second attack is a. The second attack is a 25.
Damn.
That hits.
4 damage and 4 damage and 8 damage, and we are going to drop a first level Divine Smite.
Oh.
We are not remotely fucking around.
This whole family's going down.
And that is 8 radiant.
Okay.
Freeing the goblins, motherfuckers!
If there was any confusion before that one of their lords has gone mad because technically everything else anybody else has done has been a spell. At first they were confused because you threw their beloved mare into the fire, and now you just walked up and essentially hacked off the head of one of the town guards, sending it flying with radiant energy.
Hole in one, bitches!
Lord Cal has gone mad!
Mad with virtue, maybe.
All right. The first wave of the guards, it's their turn.
Yay.
So these 2 guards here, they start loading the catapult. They load it and they aim it. That is their action.
I'm real close to that catapult.
Yes, you are.
One guard. Yep.
We're trying some pretty
One
close to
guard
an alley
stays with the
instead.
like goblins. He turns to them. He's like, "On your knees, scum! I don't care if you're refugees or not."
Oh, I really don't like you.
And he starts racing a. Let's see here.
I beseech thee, do not release thy load.
He can only get to about there. Let's see. These 2 start loading their catapult. These 2 start loading their catapult for firing next round. One of them does shout. It's like, "Surrender now! You know, in the name of the kingdom of Zamel and the town of Nob at Nob's End."
Fuck off.
I'm technically your boss. You surrender now.
It's not my taxes that pay your salary, jackass.
Oh, yeah,
I
they're-
literally pay your salary.
There is that, but you didn't really use diplomacy so much as you just started killing them. So they're kind of panicking.
Yeah, we just retired your friend. You have the option of a much easier, maybe just take a little time off.
All right, so more of the guards jump to action. So one of them does reach you, Cal,
Yay.
but only hits a 9 AC.
Fuck off.
I'm going to assume that the one who approaches you, Stan, since you all you did was cast a spell, and I'm going to say perception-wise he missed that in the confusion. He goes up to you. He's like, "Lord Stan, your friend has gone mad. Please stop him." So one of the other guards, having seen Cal rampage and hack up somebody, said he goes to you, Jorcerin, pretty much is doing the same thing. My Lord Jorcerer, in the name of your uncle, please put an end to this madness.
I have every intention of doing so. This is
And,
not in the spirit of the Nobbenin.
And one of the other guards is trying to help, the mayor out. Whether or not he will be successful, I guess we'll see. The mayor does not look in good shape. Go figure, boiling oil tends to be bad for one's complexion. But that brings us to Alphonse. You.
Wait, did I get a turn?
Oh, and just,
No, you're after me.
it's not your
Oh,
turn
right,
yet.
Okay.
Oh, and Alphonse, standing next to you, in case you are wondering, that's just the townsfolk.
So Alphonse will use one of his Monk of the Sun Soul abilities and cast invisibility upon himself. And then
Perhaps.
I will move. I get 40 feet of movement now, but I'm only going to use 30 of it to go straight down the center of the street towards this southernmost catapult. And I'm just hanging out, being invisible. About 10 feet away
Just
from the
hanging out, being
catapult.
invisible. You know, as you hear screams rise up, Lord Alphonse has disappeared. What a dark day.
Goddamn right it is.
Which brings
okay,
us to
Mel.
you, Jorcerer.
What's that?
Which brings us to you, Jorcerer.
Jorcerer has a plan. He knows how he can fix the knobbling. Everything will be okay.
He's going to straighten it right out.
He must ride with haste. Back to the observatory.
Okay. Where would you like to go? I mean, because you have to get on. You're standing right now.
I'm on a
You can
horse.
see on the map where you're not on your horse.
I am. I said I mounted my steed.
There was no horse next to you.
You said we rode here on steeds.
Yes, you rode here on steeds. You're not walking through the town on them.
All right.
You're not the fucking cavalry.
Oh, but I am.
But you can see on the map where there are horses.
All right. Look, if I know where the stables are, I shall go fetch my steed.
There's
Otherwise,
literally horses standing around all over the town.
whatever.
Yeah.
I want to find a fucking horse and go to the observatory.
The stables are to the north, okay?
Yes. Behold, a horse.
My escape.
So that's what you're doing. You're moving.
Yes.
Double movement or regular movement?
Double. I need to get to that observatory.
Oh no.
The
All right.
Nobbening is on the line.
All right. So Alphonse has disappeared. Cal has gone mad, and Jorcerer has abandoned them like a coward.
I'm saving the
Metallica's in there.
fucking day.
Exactly how I expected this day to go.
As full-on panic has descended now, what would you like to do?
Okay, Metallicazam, while he is ducked down behind the cart, will use his bonus action to quickly cast the spiritual weapon, which manifests nowhere near him. It manifests right over here by the guards who are manning the catapults. And as soon as he's done casting, Metallicazam will leap up and yell, "Treachery! The fog has clearly been poisoned! These strange effects are affecting my fleshling friends! Who among you has turned against the barons?" And the sword will attack the lower guard.
Amazing.
All right,
That's
lower.
actually pretty
All
good.
right.
It's like sound tactics. The fuck's wrong with you?
I mean, he's pretty good at killing. That's kind of his thing. There we go. Well, and it rolls a natural 1. I don't think the D4 is going to help.
Nope.
Unless their AC is 12.
Nope. Your spiritual weapon just clangs, and pretty much meaning your speech is kind of like pointless.
Well, I mean, that was just to kill the guy. The speech was to sow chaos. Oh, do you want me to do a persuasion check for that the smoke was poisoned thing?
Sure.
It's worth a shot. Oh, 20, not natural.
There's something like reassuring about a robot voice, right?
It's very
All right.
logical.
Yeah.
Just ask Alexa.
All right, so you scream that. I'm going to say the townsfolk within about 20 feet of you, since it is pretty chaotic now, they hear you and they add to the chaos going, "Oh, we've been bewitched! We're poisoned! To the Hall of Flesh! They'll protect us!"
I mean, them leaving is still helpful for us, so I'm good with that.
The town people start to run and stampede. You see a few children get trampled. All right, Stan.
All right, if this guard is still
That
looking
guard
to...
is still standing next to you, and he's like, "Do something, my lord! We've been cursed."
All right, I'm just going to lean in close and say, "Look, young man, what you're seeing here is a rather violent regime change. So what I want you to do is just take the rest of the day off, go home, change into your civvies, come back with a pitchfork, and get on the right side of history, okay?"
Why don't you give me a persuasion roll for that?
Roll a persuasion. 4. Well, not very much.
4. He looks at you. He's like,
The whole...
"Traitor!"
yeah, the whole being like a 7-foot half-orc now is... yeah, that was a 7 persuasion check.
All right, so that was an action. You still have a move and a bonus if you'd like.
Okay, what can I do with a bonus?
What can you do for a conduct
I
bar?
mean, I could stab him. That seemed
That
a
would
little
definitely
big,
be
so-
persuasive.
No, I'm going to give him the chance. And if I'm going to move, I guess I'm going to move to back up. I didn't see where Alphonse when he turned invisible. Not helpful. I guess I'm going to use my movement to back up Metallicazan.
All right, I'll say you can do so without an up attack. The guard, your words caught him off guard, but he wasn't quite threatening you yet.
Okay. Well, I tried. I guess we'll just kill him.
All right, Gal, you've
All right.
you've drawn first blood. There's a guard next to you. There's plenty of guards close to you. There's another one that was trying to talk to Jorser before Jorser bugged the fuck out of town.
All right, if I pull into this alley between the two buildings, can that limit their access to me, their ability to come at me? Like 1 or 2 at a time?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
All right, I'm going to pull back about, let me see here. Yeah, to about there.
You will give one of them an op
Oh,
attack.
okay. All right, hold on. I want to... Oh, fuck it. He's not in his right mental state. All right, we're going to...
Which he are you referring to exactly? As being not in his right mental state? Because this is how we always are.
I know. Good point.
And today, Cal's one of us.
Yes.
Oh, God.
Welcome to the Thunderdome, bitch.
Well, he misses with a 10.
That is a 22 on the first attack.
Yeah.
And that is another 22 on the second attack.
All right.
Well,
Both
I
hit.
hope we don't have to pay to hire all new guards.
No, that's fine. We can get less racist ones.
Yeah. I mean, and honestly, these died pretty easy anyway. Yeah.
I mean, all of these things are true.
How much damage?
21 total.
Another head goes lopping off as more screams. Like, what is happening?
All right, so here's the deal. Let the goblins go, and I'll stop killing you.
Lord Cal has gone mad.
No, I'm pretty sure I'm the only sane one here.
Mel is perfectly
He's attacking his
stable.
own people. You hear like accusations come. How dare you choose goblins over your own kind?
I'm a half-elf, motherfucker!
This is not the
These
spirit
people,
of the
are
novel.
fucking stupid. No, most of them can't read. All right. The guards' turn. So let's see here. These guards let loose with their ballista, and that ballista is aimed at you, Cal.
Yay.
This is coming in as a +5. That's only a 12.
Nope.
So a big rock slams into the ground and misses you. You're too close for these two to fire at. They hold the ones back here hold fire because they don't see since Alphonse disappeared. However, Stan and the other guards heard this one guard yell traitor, so they let loose and fire at you. Does a 21 hit?
Yes. He went to take a piss. Yeah, 21 hits.
Wow, I have never seen somebody get so lucky with getting hit by a boulder. He only takes 5 damage.
Wow. Even gods
It's
on Cal's side.
3d10, and I rolled a 1, a 1, and
Okay.
a 3.
That's gotta be a subtle intimidation check, just taking a boulder to the face and staying there.
It's like passive intimidation, like passive perception, but cooler.
Yep.
All right, Cal.
Yep.
Two more guards come at you. A 22 and a 15.
The 22 hits.
All right, he stabs you for 2.
All right. I have bled for my cause, bitches.
This guard here, in an attempt to keep order, he starts whipping the goblin children because they were starting to cheer for you. Shut up! It's the cauldron for thee.
Oh, somebody's getting the sword.
I mean, if he's
However-
lucky. If he's not lucky, I'm going head donkeys with him.
However, the goblin leader, even though he's chained, leaps up and attacks this guard.
You
Let's see
say
how-
you
what
want a revolution.
And he hits. He doesn't do a lot of damage, but he is engaged with this guard now. He's trying to wrestle his weapon out of his hand. Somebody give me odds or evens.
Odd.
Roll a d100.
71.
Okay. This guard manages to pull the mare out, but you can tell right away that the mare is
On
quite
fucking
dead
fire.
at this point.
Crispy.
Raiders
he pulls
of the
him off
Lost
and
Ark.
puts him down and yes.
I know a necromancer who can put that to good use.
This guard comes after you, Stan.
Oh, I told you to go home.
Does a 12 hit you, Stan?
It does not.
Okay. Alphonse, you are invisible,
Well, not for long.
and you saw these guards fire their catapult.
Yes, and that's why I'm standing here, with my thumbs pressed together and my hands outstretched, as I'll cast Burning Hands toward the catapult, which has a range of 15 feet, and it's a 15-foot wide cone. So that's going to say that these two guards will need to make a dexterity saving throw. My spell save DC is 14. So they'll need a 14 dex save, and I will be...
Neither makes it.
Well, they'll take 10 if they take full damage, and half on a fail. And
Alright,
yes,
so-
anything flammable that is not carried will catch fire.
All right, the catapult is on fire, and both the guards look very singed.
Well,
Sorcerer!
hold on, I still get a
Oh,
move,
sorry.
right?
I'm sorry.
I'm still very small. So I'm going to go over, I'm going to move. Yes, I'm going to, boop, that'll get me there. I'm going to move over here to this house and put my back to a wall.
All right. Sorcerer.
I shall
Before you
mount
go-
a steed.
Hold on. Hold on. Give me before you start mounting any steeds. Give me a perception check. All right, you can mount your steed.
You ain't mounting a horse, man.
Oh,
You're
boy.
mounting something. It's not going to be a horse.
Yeah, my turn.
All right. What else are you doing, George? Other than that's an action. What else?
Well, I mean, there's a horse right in front of me. I'd like to get on its back.
I kind of assume. God damn. I assume that's what you meant by mounted it, but maybe I was wrong.
What sort of sorcerer do you take me for? I must ride with all haste to the observatory.
Okay, bye, I suppose.
There is but one opportunity to save the Nobbening.
To Metallicazam. Do you know what he's talking about? I don't know what he's talking about.
Since this is going to happen pretty quickly, Metallicazam, before you go, the screams of the crowd become even more high-pitched. And it doesn't seem to be in your direction. Jorcerer, as you take the horse and you turn to ride out of town, unfortunately, your 2 perception does not help as you look up only to see a massive penis come flying at your face.
Mother?
Does a 14 hit you, Jorcerer?
I don't think so. Let me check.
Never won Arbor before, and your dex has always been shit.
Shut up. I'm looking. Oh, wow. Yeah, that absolutely hits me.
Okay. A massive ogre steps out from behind the stables and swings its hips with its engorged member and clobbers you in the face for 14 points of damage.
Oh, my.
Quite a lot of damage.
Yeah.
He's probably got like a cock.
As all around you hear roars of rage. As people are like, oh no! It's the engorged ogres! They're here for the ram root, or the rod root!
No, they can have it.
Yeah, it's fine. It's just there. It's a bit
All right.
rarery now, but
Metallicazam!
Cubes. Except it's like bullshit cubes.
Oh boy. There's a version that's smarter, and then there's a version that acknowledges that Metallicazam gives a shit if Cal lives or dies. So, Metallicazam will yell, "The poison has spread! The guards are returning! All is madness! I must attempt to cleanse the poison! Everyone stand back!" And then he will move right here. Boop. And sorry, Stan. Almost everybody is perfectly out of range if I center the fireball right here. As if I'm trying to get rid of the ram root.
wonderful.
No, right there. Yeah, it's
The
on
fun-
this
the-
one. Right here. So he's 20, 25.
The funny,
There you
the
go.
funny thing is, there's rod root all over the friggin' town.
But the poisoned
setting
rod
fire
root
to the-
is
you're-
in the cauldron.
Which is already boiling, so basically you're going to hit boiling oil with more fire. All right, that's fine.
Yeah, it's a lie, man. I'm just excusing why I'm about to go and drop a fireball in the middle of town.
And what is that, 20 foot?
20 foot, and it's going off of this square right here. Can you see my arrow?
Yep.
Okay,
yes,
cool.
I can.
I can never remember what's visible. So yeah, this one right here, so that unfortunately, while Stan will be singed, Metallicazam will be safe.
You say singed.
It's only 20 fire damage and a DC 15 save.
Oh, we'll see.
I mean,
Okay.
you should be hardier now. There's more surface area to spread the agony across.
Yeah, that sounds like a disadvantage.
See how the cards.
And it will
20
stop just
dex
short of
save
you,
did?
buddy.
Yay! Thank you.
I do get a dex save of 17.
And I will also, while they're doing those, I'll roll the Justice Slash to cut Southern Guard again and see if we have any more luck. All right, that is a 15, and let me add my D4 for Bless. So 19 total to hit the guard by the ballista with the sword.
All right. You basically stab him in the back, and he just falls over dead. As your fireball goes off, Stan, how is yours? How is your save?
17 dex, and I have uncanny dodge.
Okay. So this guy dies. This guy is burnt. This innocent townsfolk who's done nothing to you is dead. This innocent townsfolk who did nothing to you is dead.
Yeah, save the guilt trip for someone who's not a tin man.
I was going to say, you gave us a town full of mass murderers and expect us to feel bad when they're atomized.
Rick, I'm his friend, and he still set me on fire.
There's a long tradition of setting our friends on fire here.
It wouldn't be an A&D game if I didn't friendly fireball somebody.
Okay,
Accurate.
well, Stan, how would you like to respond?
To the sudden inferno before me, I don't know. That seems to be taking care of itself.
This townsperson is likewise dead.
I still have this guard in front of me.
You hear a child scream, "Grandmama!"
Again, it seems to be taking care of itself. I'm not a fireman. I'm a folk hero. All right, this
it.
guard
Metallica's
beside
adamant.
me, is he still adamant on attacking me?
Yeah, I mean, he's a little burnt up, but he's like, why? He's like, you traitor!
Well, I did give him a chance. Okay, Junior, let's dance. I will stab him. 4. Does 10 hit?
No, 10 does not.
We're having a rapport.
Okay.
I don't think that's how you pronounce fight.
Anything else, Stan?
I do have a bonus. I could stab him with my dagger, but I believe my current cursed weapon means that I am purely dedicated to my rapier, Matilda.
Yes.
Okay, so
All right.
in that case, I got nothing. I'll just
All right.
I'll slug it out.
Cal,
All right,
You named your
let's
rapier.
see
you
here.
have one guard. You have one guard close to you because one just burst into flames and died.
Okay, how singed is the guard close to me looking?
Sections, buildings are starting to burn as well.
I mean, you've taken them from completely unharmed to deader than fuck, so...
Okay, all right.
I think if he has a hangnail and you nail him, you're probably good.
All right, we're going to attack this guard. That is a 21.
Okay.
And 10 points of damage.
More than enough to end him.
All right, and we are moving
Called it.
right over here. Hopefully that's close enough that the catapult can't shoot me. And I took the attack action, but I was only able to use one attack. Can I use a second attack on this guy, or do I need to use both attacks with one action?
I'll let you
All
know.
right.
That's DM speak for fuck it. It's cooler if he can do the other thing too.
All right, that is a 17 to hit.
Oh, already?
All right.
Cal's just on a pile of dead guards right now.
And that is 8 damage.
All right, he's still up.
Just for the
This
record.
goblin like turns his head, and he's like nods. He's like, it's like a salute to you, human slayer.
Just for the record, the cost of hiring new guards is totally coming out of your portion of the Gobnob Schlob Juice Fund.
That's fine. They'll be less racist, and then we can build this town a new economy.
We're gonna have to build this town a new town too.
I fear you have all underlooked the problem of the gobnob supply once we stop the fascist exploitation, but perhaps one problem at a time.
Yes, one problem at a time. Like I said,
I don't
new
think
economy.
All right. Well, it's the guard's turn. There's one guard left close to you, and he misses pathetically with an 8. These guards here are seeing the ogres, which all appear to have permanent, massive erections.
More relatives.
They're panicking, but they're reloading their catapult. These guards down here are attempting to put out their catapult.
Maybe the ogres are horny for justice.
I knew a stripper named Justice once.
I think the ogre skewering
guard
is
is
going to be a
still
lot less
fighting this
kind with my
goblin.
swords. We've killed a lot of guards already.
Yes, we have.
Yeah, hold on. All right, the ogres. So another ogre, the ogre that I'll say he doesn't get to another attack. The one who slapped you. This ogre steps in here, meat clubs to death this townsperson.
What a way to go.
Nice.
Somewhere there's a mimic shaped like a van that knows its pain.
All right, so this one misses. This one kills this person. Again, a horrific death by massive
Dick.
phallus.
Can't stress that enough.
And one comes swinging his schlong at you, Alphonse.
These people basically burned ogre Viagra. I'm not sure how much sympathy we're supposed to muster.
I'm thinking that his dick is probably bigger than me.
Does a 10 hit you, Alphonse?
No.
All right, then it slams into the ground
Bigger than
next
you,
to
but
you.
not quicker than you, man.
You're gonna need to do better than that.
As the ogre's
boy.
like, must eat more plant.
They can have all the plant they fucking want.
Well, they're ogres. They're not really here to like talk.
Then why?
And Alphonse, it's your turn.
Okay. Well, I was gonna stick with the whole burn up the ballista thing, but now I'm rethinking destroying the ballista.
Still kill the guard, though.
I have an ogre dick swinging over my head. Just putting that out there. We're
Technically
going
speaking,
to.
meat club.
Well, I'm going to make an unarmed strike at his meat club. And then
Imagine
I'm
if you
going
had
to spend a
weapons
key
under it.
point. I'm going to spend a key point for flurry of blows on said meat club.
Okay, so
I'm
you're gonna
blowing
blow
the
meat club.
ogre meat club. Yep. Sure do. And then I will. Okay, so the first unarmed strike.
Blow that dick, John.
Does a 14 hit?
Yes.
6 dick damage.
All right.
Then my
The
bonus.
ogre utters in pleasure.
Pleasure can turn to pain because if a 14 hit, the 15 hit.
Yep.
So that's 9 more.
All right.
And then my flurry of blows should give me 2 more
That
attacks.
should give you an ejaculation.
Is that going to be the thing if we
Yeah,
make them
especially
come when
since
they
these
calm
are
down?
unarmed strikes.
Yeah. So that's a 21
There's your test of Cal's morals.
for
There's a
6
peaceful
more
way and a
damage.
violent way.
All right.
And a final 21 for 6 more damage. That's a total of 15, 20, that's a total of 27 damage to the giant ogre cock.
You slap that sausage something fierce.
I have experience at such things. My order does not require a vow of celibacy. Just saying.
All right. Jorcerer.
Oh my. For the sake of the nobbening, I must reach the observatory. I'm still on my horse. I will suck up an opportunity attack and ride to the observatory.
You should really rephrase that.
He said what he said.
I mean, to the end.
Commit to the bit.
Only a 10.
Well, guess what?
I didn't hear anything.
What's your armor class?
10.
Yeah.
That hits.
Why do you have a negative armor class?
That's
10 is
Are you-
positive.
Are you new?
10 is 0.
10 is 10.
10 is you getting slapped with an ogre dick. 10 hits.
All right. So, Jorcerer, I'm going to need a dex save as you get knobbed in the back of the head.
Oh my.
I'm going to say DC 13. Otherwise, you get
Pit.
porked off the horse.
George rolls 10.
So many tens.
And none of them are good.
No.
All right. You are knocked off your horse, off your high horse.
Was Jorcerer gonna help if he got to the Hall of Flesh? Is the ogre saving us all?
All right. You get knocked off your horse. You're lying on the ground, looking up at ogre scrotum.
Zuh.
Alphonse, you just finished slapping some meat. Cal, you've pretty much gone on a vengeance-fueled murder fest.
Cal just John Wicked his way through this town. Truly just
Stan,
lifted the mayor, drew a sword, and fucking went.
You've talked a lot.
I mean, we've got 9 minutes left, so it's if it had to happen. Oh, he's back.
I'm really just more worried about what Mel thinks of me now. See, Al has a whole new outlook on life now that he's a parent.
Hello?
Hey!
Ah, god damn it, he's back.
What's
You
the
hear us?
last thing you heard? Yeah, I was able to hear you all the time. My mic just died.
Oh.
What's the
We were
last thing
talking
you heard?
about Cal, John Wick in the town.
Okay, so basically, I was saying that that Stan managed to do a lot of talking, and Metallicazam, you almost set Stan on fire, which sounds like a good place for us to leave off on this episode of Salty Bastards. We'll have to see about next time if our group of stalwart adventurers survives the nobbening. What a fucking awful time for my mic to die.
Thank you, Rick. Big hand for Rick for going to all the trouble of the end. And can we get an extra hand for our tech Ben Robinson, who really busted his ass to make this work?
Authors and Dragons is brought to you under a Creative Commons license, meaning you are free to share this material so long as credit is given to those who created it, which is us, the people you just heard play the game. Opening and closing themes performed by the Gore Core 4.